Good morning, students. So we had a long break in the previous week. So as I told you, I'll be making up the classes very soon. So don't worry at all. So in the last class we discussed regarding stereochemistry of glucose. Stereochemistry of glucose. I told you regarding fixture projection, how to write them, what is D, L glucose, small d, small l glucose. These things we have discussed. Okay. Then today we will be discussing regarding evidences against the open chain structure. So I told you glucose can have a open chain structure and a ring structure. That means an acyclic structure as well as a cyclic structure. So they exist in equilibrium between each other. That means some of the properties of glucose is well explained by straight chain structure, that is open chain structure, but some cannot be. So today we will be discussing which properties of glucose cannot be satisfied with the open chain structure and what should be the ring structure. Okay, so first we will know what should be the and what kind of structure should be there for the ring structure. So glucose open chain structure we have discussed a lot. So it can have a closed chain structure, that means cyclic structure. Cyclic structure means it may be a 5-membered ring, it may be a 6-membered ring. So 5-membered ring means the ring will be closed at C4, fourth carbon, that is a Furanus structure, or it will be a 6-membered ring where the ring will be closed at 5th carbon. So it will be pyranose structure. But most of the properties they go for the pyranose structure of glucose. So before discussing the evidences against open chain structure, let us know what kind of cyclic structure glucose can have. Glucose, the cyclic structure, it has two stereoisomers. I have already told you they are alpha D glucose and beta D glucose, which are known as anomers. कहती तुमको they are known as anomers. So coming back to the structure of glucose again, glucose structure वाले C double bond O H. This is the first carbon, which will be anomeric carbon. Then C OH H C H OH. This is second carbon. This is the third carbon. I told you that for D glucose the variation will be only at third carbon. Then C OH H. This is the fourth carbon. Then C, fifth carbon, C O H H. Then CH2 OH. So this is the open chain structure of D glucose. So this is the open chain structure of D glucose. Open chain structure of D glucose. Okay. Then how it gains a cyclic form? It forms a hemiacetal linkage. I told you it forms a hemiacetal linkage and it takes place at 5th carbon atom. It takes place at 5th carbon atom. How it takes place at 5th carbon atom? Let us see how it takes place at 5th carbon atom. Okay. So this one, the pair of electron is shifted to oxygen. Then when oxygen gains a negative charge, carbon gains a positive charge. Look at the mechanism mindfully. So when the lone pair of electron is shifted to oxygen, oxygen gains a negative charge, carbon gains a positive charge. Then the 5th carbon, the OH, it contains a lone pair of electrons and H plus. Now this H attacks the negatively charged oxygen to form OH. Then this lone pair of electron, it attacks the carbon having positive charge. So this is how the hemiacetal linkage is there in presence of cyclic structure. তাহলে কোন হবে দেখবা what will be the structure? Now C it becomes OH, the first carbon atom. Here becomes the OH, then here is the H. Okay. Then remaining will be same. Second carbon atom, no change at all. C, OH, H. Third carbon atom, no change. C, H, OH. Then fourth carbon atom also no change. C, OH, H. Only change takes place at fifth carbon atom, because the oxygen is now combining or shared with the first carbon atom. So oxygen is in hemiacetal linkage with the fifth carbon atom and first carbon atom. So oxygen will be linked with first carbon atom and fifth carbon atom. So here is the oxygen. Then here fifth carbon, as it is, H will be there. Then sixth carbon, CH2, OH will be there. So this is one form. This is one form where the OH group is in the right side. Another form is possible here. Let us write down what is the another form. Depending on the attack of hydroxyl group on the first carbon atom, there can be two stereoisomers possible. कही तुमको? So what will be the other stereoisomer possible? Now C, look, OH will be coming to this side, H will be this side. This is the first carbon atom. Then second, no change at all. C, OH, H. Then third, no change. C, H, OH. Fourth also, no change. C, OH, H. Then fifth carbon atom, there will be the hemiacetal linkage. Oxygen will be linked here. Oxygen will be linked here like this. Oxygen will be linked between first carbon atom and fifth carbon atom. So this is called hemiacetal linkage. Then H as usual here. Then CH2OH. So these are the two possible stereoisomers which exist in case of cyclic form. Cyclic form like duita stereoisomer possible. What is the only change? Now with respect to its position or spatial rotation of hydroxyl group at first carbon atom. At first carbon atom. So when the OH group will be on the left side, it will be called beta D glucose. So that is the formula to remember the placement of OH group when it is on the left side. So when OH group is on the left side, it will be beta D glucose. So when the OH group will be on the right side, here it is on the right side. It will be called alpha D glucose. So this is the pyranose structure or cyclic structure of glucose, which is possible due to the hemiacetal linkage between first carbon atom and fifth carbon atom. So this is the mechanism which you have to remember, and these are the two stereoisomers which are possible. So these two, that is beta D glucose and alpha D glucose, if you look at their configuration, they only vary at their configuration at C1 carbon. So C1 carbon is known as anomeric carbon. The C1 carbon is known as anomeric carbon, and these two, that is alpha and beta D glucose, they are known as anomers. That means they only vary in their shape or spatial rotation with respect to first carbon atom. Jodi first carbon atom re hydroxyl group ta left side ro achi, it will be beta D glucose. Jodi right side ro achi, it will be alpha D glucose. So this is called the pyranose structure or cyclic structure of glucose. Next we will discuss the evidences against presence of open chain structure. So next students will be discussing the evidences against presence of open chain structure in glucose. So I am telling you one by one. You have to simply remember these points. तुम्हें याकू मन रखिबो एवं ताकू नोट डाउन करिवो ओके सो कमिंग टू द वेरियस पॉइंट्स व्हिच आर इन favor of a cyclic structure that means against open chain structure are the open chain structure of glucose is unable to explain these things. What are these things? Let us discuss one by one. First one, glucose does not form addition product with sodium bisulfite, that is NaHSO3, and ammonia. Okay, that means because it contains a aldehyde group, free CHO group, it should have formed an addition product with these two. जेहेतु आर फ्री aldehyde group अछि हम जल्दी डिस्कस करथुलो open chain structure रे as per open chain structure glucose contains a free aldehyde group एबे कि cyclic structure देखला कोन that aldehyde group is not free it forms a hemiacetal linkage with fifth carbon atom तेनु आमे एज्यूम करथुलो कोन जे straight chain structure पई ता गोटे free aldehyde group अछि जदि free aldehyde group थांता ताहले से दुटा संगे addition product देई थांता किंतु दो नहीं that means these two they prove that glucose does not have a open chain structure. Then next point, it fails to skip reagent test, it fails to restore its color. Say same again जदि free aldehyde group थांता ताहले से कोन करथांता ए reagent test रे color change करथांता. So it fails to change the color of Skipp's reagent because it does not contain any free aldehyde group. Then third one, it does not test positive with 2,4-DNPH, that is dinitrophenyl hydrazine. 2,4-DNPH মানে কোনটি 2,4-DNPH dinitrophenyl hydrazine, which typically forms a yellow to orange red precipitate with carbonyl compounds. আমি বলছিলাম open chain structure রে carbonyl group was there, so the carbonyl group টা free থানতা তাহলে কোন হইতানতা তাহলে ये पॉजिटिव टेस्ट দেই থানতা কার সঙ্গে না 2,4-DNPH সঙ্গে কিন্তু carbonyl group free নাই অলরেডি तुमको দেখাই সারছি সাইক্লিক স্ট্রাকচারে so because it is not free the carbonyl group is not free it is engaged in a hemiacetal linkage with fifth carbon atom so it does not give any positive test with 2,4-DNPH. Okay, next one, it does not react with Grignard's reagent, that is RMGX. So these are the first 4 points which are against the open chain structure. তাহলে open chain যদি structure হইতাতা তাহলে এরা প্রবলেম ভিন্ন থাকতা. That means these 4 they confirm that or these are the evidences against open chain structure. Next রইলা तुमको mutar rotation, glucose source mutar rotation. That means the specific rotation change हुए. That means the degree of rotation of the plane polarized light is changed. That was a mutar rotation. That means the change in specific rotation without undergoing any other change is called mutar rotation. So next evidence is that glucose shows mutar rotation which cannot be explained by open chain structure. So next we will be discussing what is mutar rotation. Okay. So the next points are the glucose pentacetate does not react with hydroxylamine as pentacetate does not form open chain structure with terminal carbonyl group. আমি দেখিতিলু open chain structure রে there is a terminal carbonyl group presented C1 carbon atom যদি সেটা থানতা তাহলে কোন হইতানতা হাইড্রোক্সিলামিন সঙ্গে রিঅ্যাক্ট করি থানতা but it does not react that means the terminal carbonyl group is not free. Okay, then alpha and beta forms of methyl glucosides are obtained when glucose is heated with methyl alcohol in presence of dry HCl which confirms the ring structure of glucose. तुम कहिछि OH ग्रुप ता दुईटा पॉसिबल डायरेक्शन रे अटैक करि परिबो लेफ्ट रो अटैक करि परिबो आउ राइट रो अटैक करि परिबो जदि लेफ्ट रो अटैक कला इट बिकम्स बीटा डी ग्लूकोज जदि राइट रो अटैक कला इट बिकम्स अल्फा डी ग्लूकोज सो दुईटा स्टेरियोआइसोमर्स फॉर्म करछि बिकॉज़ द OH ग्रुप कैन अटैक फ्रॉम बोथ द डायरेक्शंस पार्शियल डायरेक्शन अटैक करि परिबो आइदर लेफ्ट साइड रो नले राइट साइड रो अकॉर्डिंगली alpha D glucose and beta D glucose are formed. So it is only possible in case of anomeric carbon that is C1 carbon. काहे ना C1 पाखरे hydroxyl group टा both direction रो attack करिवो accordingly two stereoisomers of glucose are formed which is confirmed. So it confirms the ring structure of glucose. Then next one, when hot and saturated aqueous solution of pyridine solution of glucose is crystallized at 371 Kelvin, two stereoisomeric forms of glucose are obtained. That is alpha D glucose and beta D glucose, which can only be explained. I have already shown you, which can only be explained when you consider the cyclic form of glucose, cyclic structure of glucose. So when this is considered, we can only explain the two stereoisomers or anomers of glucose known as alpha and beta D glucose. Okay. Then last one regarding the isomerism, that is called alpha D glucose and beta D glucose, which conforms the ring structure. Okay. Then students, the last point, as I told you, glucose shows mutar rotation. So let us first know what is mutar rotation. So an optically active isomer rotates the plane of polarized light in various directions, various degrees, so which is known as specific rotations. So the ability of an optically active isomer to rotate the plane polarized light in various degrees is counted or measured in terms of specific rotation. Okay. So the phenomena involving spontaneous change in specific rotation of the aqueous solution of an optically active isomer without undergoing any change in other properties is known as mutar rotation. So glucose shows mutar rotation. Shortly mane rakho, what is mutar rotation? Only change hochi kon optical activity change habo. So specific rotation degree will change, all other properties will remain intact, will remain unchanged. ତେଣୁ ଯେତେବେଳେ କେବଳ ସ୍ପେସିଫିକ ରୋଟେସନ ର ଡିଗ୍ରୀ ଚେଞ୍ଜ ହେବ, ଅଦର ପ୍ରପର୍ଟିଜ ଅନଚେଞ୍ଜ ରହିବ, so that is known as mutar rotation. So glucose shows mutar rotation, which is confirmed by this one. So I have already told you it exists in the form of two isomers, two stereoisomers, alpha D plus glucose, plus because glucose which you are taking is always dextrorotatory, so we are writing D plus glucose. So alpha D glucose and beta D glucose. So what they do? Now they coexist in equilibrium. These two stereoisomers or anomers, they coexist in equilibrium. So it is justified by the specific rotation. Look, the specific rotation of alpha D glucose is 112.2 degree. So what happens? Now the specific rotation and D does not stand for any other thing. It is the D line of sodium. Okay. So you have to follow that. This is the specific rotation. So specific rotation of alpha D glucose gradually decreases from 112.2 degree to 52.7 degree, whereas the specific rotation of beta D glucose gradually increases from 18.7 degree to 52.7 degree till a constant value is approached. So the equilibrium mixture gives a constant value of specific rotation, that is 52.7 degree. So it goes on decreasing, it goes on increasing till a constant value of 52.7 degree is achieved or approached. So that means these two stereoisomers, they coexist in equilibrium, with the equilibrium mixture having the value of specific rotation as 52.7 degree, which is a constant value, and the ratio in which these two stereoisomers are present is alpha D glucose percentage is 36%, beta D glucose percentage is 64%. Okay, so these are the evidences which suggest that glucose does not exist in the form of an open chain structure. It coexists in equilibrium in the form of two anomers, that is alpha and beta D glucose. Okay, so this is all about your evidences against open chain structure, and we have established that glucose stays in the form of hemiacetal linkage, that is in the form of pyranose structure forming two stereoisomers, that is alpha and beta D glucose. Only change is with respect to first carbon atom, that is C1, which is known as anomeric carbon, and these two alpha and beta D glucose are known as anomers. So students, the class is becoming very lengthy, so this is for today. In the next class, I will tell you how to draw the fixture projection of alpha and beta D glucose, how to draw the ring structures, that is called Hayward projection of alpha and beta D glucose. So this is for today. Thank you very much.